Matthew Perry, the sad man who made everyone laugh. This is the story of the man who became a legend in the 90s and 20s with his iconic role in the TV show Friends, known in the entire world as Chandler. But how everything started. Rewinding back to 1969, he was born in U.S. His parents separated when he was very young and had to live with his mother in Ontario, Canada. Passionate about tennis, a sport in which he excels in junior tournaments, he reached 17th place in the national ranking in singles and third in doubles. He hoped to make a career, but some underperformances pushed him to stop the competition. Since studies are not his strong suit, he abandons them very quickly. In 1984, at the age of 15, he went to live with his father in Los Angeles, where he began his acting career. Part 1. The Rise. After 2 appearances in television series, and while he plans to resume his studies with a view to returning to the University of Southern California, Matthew Perry is spotted by William Richard, who offers him a role in a film from his novel. He made his film debut in 1988 in Jimmy Reardon with River Phoenix. The following year, he shot in a new film alongside Tony Danza, She's Out of Control. Matthew Perry also has a career on television in many series such as Boys Will Be Boys. It is in this context that he was selected to play the role of Chandler Bing in Friends. In 1994, he held this role until the end of the series in 2004, after 10 years of uninterrupted success. This series allows him to make himself known to the general public on a global scale. Part 2. The Fall. Years of addiction. Perry got first addicted to Vicodin after a jet ski accident in 1997 and completed a 28-day rehab program that year. Avid viewers of Friends would recall his weight fluctuated throughout the running of the show. Many also cite Perry's hard partying days as one of the reasons for his addiction. He entered rehab in February 2001 for an addiction to Vicodin, methadone, amphetamines, and alcohol. Perry later estimated he had spent $9 million to get sober. He had even admitted that due to his addiction problem, he could not remember 3 years of the time he was acting on Friends, between seasons 3 and 6. Perry also recalls how fame and stardom due to Friends made him lonely. I was in the white-hot flame of fame. The 6 of us were just everywhere all the time. From an outsider's perspective, it would seem like I had it all. It was actually a very lonely time for me because I was suffering from alcoholism. It was going on before Friends, but it's a progressive disease. I wasn't a massive party guy. I wasn't a bull in a china shop kind of drinker, the actor had recalled in the later years. Amid visits to the rehab, first in 1997 and 2001, Perry dabbled a full-fledged, successful acting career. Friends was under production and at its peak in terms of popularity, and Perry also featured in several feature films. Perry subsequently checked into rehab again in 2011, and in later years spoke openly about his addiction in an attempt to help others suffering like him. He even turned his Malibu home into a rehab facility for those who wanted to get sober. He eventually had to sell the property due to financial issues. Perry told people in 2013 that his struggles were hard to mask. I couldn't stop. Eventually, things got so bad that I couldn't hide it, and then everybody knew. He said he never used drugs or abused alcohol while on set. I was never high at work, he said. I was painfully hungover. Addiction also posed a threat to his love life. Perry had been in a relationship with Yasmin Bleeth in 1995, Julia Roberts from 1995 to 1996, and Lizzie Kaplan from 2006 to 2012. While it was never openly discussed as to what led to the fallout with each of his girlfriends, rumors were rife that his near and dear ones cited that addiction led to cracks in each of his relationships. Years after Friends. Post-Friends, Perry's career never witnessed the same high as it had when he was working on the show. Sure, he was part of several shows like Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, The Odd Couple, and films like The Triumph. He earned the Golden Globes and Emmy nominations for this one, Birds of America, and 17 again, but none fetched him that stardom that he had once seen during Friends. When the much-acclaimed Friends reunion happened in 2021, Matthew looked a far cry from the exuberant, charming Chandler he had played on screen years back. Instead, the actor struggled to speak coherently due to an emergency dental surgery a few days prior to the filming of the show, and appeared more pensive than his other co-stars on the show. He even spoke about battling depression during the filming of a hit sitcom, a fact that many of his co-actors did not know until the reunion. In his memoir, Matthew admitted that while everyone was sobbing over the final episode of Friends in 2004, he was numb and felt nothing. The irony is not lost on anyone. The man who made millions fall for his character made sarcasm fashionable and made everyone laugh with his one-liners was a lonely man fighting too many demons to really smile through the struggles of life. We all love him. Rest in peace.